Hi everyone, I'm Flor de Los Angeles. Today I'm going to talk about present perfect progressive and past perfect progressive. Let's start with present perfect continuous and this structure and its function. And let's start on its structure. And positive, negative, and interrogative. And positive is subject, have, has, been, verb, ing termination, and complement. Example: he has been practicing the guitar every day this month. And negative is subject, have, has, not been, verb termination, ing, and complement. Example: they haven't been studying for very long. And interrogative is have or has been, subject, verb, ing termination, and complement. Example: have you been working hard? Let's continue with your functions. The first function is when an action started in the past continues into the present and may even move forward into the future. Example: he has been learning French since last year. The second function is when we want to give the idea of the recent event. Example: he looks completely bewildered. He has just been trying to assemble that complicated furniture without the instruction. More examples. They have been living in this city since 2010. Another: she has been studying for hours and she is still in the library. Another: he has been working on that project all week. It has been raining, that's why the ground is wet. Why are your eyes red? Have you been crying? The children have been playing outside. They are very tired now, and we haven't been sleeping well lately. Another example: she has been teaching English since she graduated. She has been practicing piano for an hour. They have been building that new bridge for over a year. He's out of breath because he has been running. I have been reading this book since last week. How long have you been waiting? And the kids' clothes are dirty because they have been playing in the mud. Now, let's look at the past perfect continuous. Let's start with your structure and positive, negative, and interrogative. In positive sentence is subject, had been, verb, ing termination, and complement. Example: he had been writing his novel all night before he fell asleep at his desk. And negative is subject, had not been, verb, ing termination, and complement. Example: she hadn't been practicing enough before the competition, so she felt nervous. An interrogative sentence is had been, subject, verb, ing termination, and complement. Example: hadn't it been raining for weeks? Let's continue your functions. The first function is when we want to show that some time started in the past and continued up until another time in the past. Example: the old wizard had been practicing that complex spell for centuries before he finally perfected it last Tuesday. And your second function is when we want to show cause and effect. Example: his eyes were bulging because he had been chopping a mountain of onions for the soup. Examples: she has been studying for 3 hours before she took a break. He had been working at the company for 10 years before he moved to another city. By the time I arrived, they had already been discussing the plan for 20 minutes. The children had been playing outside all morning when it started raining. She was tired because she had been traveling all night and the company had been developing the new product for years before they launched it. Another example: they were angry because they had been waiting for hours. The cat had been secretly plotting to steal the fish for an hour before we finally caught him pot. The kitchen was covered in flour because my sister had been attempting to bake a complicated cake. My little brother had been trying to teach the dog how to skateboard all afternoon before the dog finally ran away. The parrot was squeaking loudly because the kids had been teaching it to sing opera. Thank you guys. Thank you for your attention, for watching until the end. See you last week. Bye.